Dear friends and students, good morning to you all. Topic of the day is the objectives of teaching English. Why do we put some objectives to the students in order to make learn them English well? I have written here 10 objectives. They are to enable the students to listen to English with proper understanding, where we have to provide opportunities to them to listen carefully with proper understanding, to enable to speak English correctly with proper stress and intonation. It is one of the objectives. They have to speak with proper stress, emphasis, and rise and fall the sentences when they are using or communicating with to others. To enable to read English, comprehend and interpret the text. When they read, they have to understand what they read and interpret. Interpret means here to explain. They have to respond on the issue what they read. To enable to write the students simple English correctly and meaningfully. They have to write the sentences simple, in simple English correctly and meaningfully. And it is one of the objectives of teaching English to the students. To acquire the knowledge of elements of English. They have to get the knowledge of elements of English. Elements of English. What are those elements of English? These are the elements of English. What are the punctuation, tense, aspect, determiners and connectors. They get the knowledge of these elements of English, and it is one of the objectives of teaching English. To enable to develop interest among the children to learn English. When we make them interest to learn things, it will help them, it will motivate them to learn more, to write more, to speak more and to understand more. To increase abilities, capabilities, capacity, to use planning. They have to plan their day for daily actions. Drafting and editing. Here planning. Planning to fail is failing to plan. Drafting, they have to write something for this. And editing, and here also we get some issues. What is meant by editing? Here we find 4 types of editing. They must know or they must get the knowledge of these editing. That is why it is also one of the major objectives of teaching English to the students. What are these? Thematic editing. Editing takes place in 4 steps. It is related to the theme. And syntactic means the word order, missing words, and additional words. Additional words will come here and we know about this. And morphological issues, here the related tense, aspects, passive, affixation, subject and verb agreement. These are the things, the knowledge of these things is very important to the students. So it is one of the objectives of teaching English. And then come to the spelling and punctuation. These play a major role in English language. So spelling differs, and sometimes it is very crucial to know the spelling. And in the same way, the punctuation, it gives more clarity when we use the right pronunciation marks at the right time. And to develop and to express, to enable to express themselves correctly and meaningfully. It also comes to the speaking. And they have to use the language for their purposes themselves. It means we have to make our children independent users of English language. Independent users of English language. That is one of the major objectives of teaching English. And to enable to speak clearly and audibly. They have to speak with more clarity what they are communicating, and audible what they pass on, what they communicate, that must be audible to the listeners or the receivers. When it is not audible, it will become a waste thing. And to enable to become enthusiastic, it means very interesting and reflective readers. What we have to make the students the right readers. The right readers means whatever they read, they can understand and they can respond, and they must be reflective readers. What they read, they must be in a position to express or explain or respond what they have read. And these are the 10 major or general objectives of teaching English. Thanks to one and all.